Hey everybody, my name is Scott,
And I'm Jordan.
and welcome to Bromcom. We are two dudes reviewing chick flicks for dudes. And today we're going to be looking at the number one Netflix movie right now called Hot Frosty. It stars Lacey Chabert and a guy from Schitt's Creek. I don't know his name, but it's basically if you took Frosty the Snowman, Elf, Edward Scissorhands, and a bunch of other Hallmark movies and put them in one and made them really edgy. And it asks the question, how desperate and how depressed do you have to be as a 30-plus-year-old woman to go to a high school winter ball with a guy who thinks he's a snowman and then fall in love with him? Jordan, I gotta know. Did you fall in love with Hot Frosty?
No, I didn't at all. No, not even close. And I think we're going to probably break format a little bit
On our first episode.
Yeah, in reviewing this movie because I mean, normally we're reviewing romantic comedies and this film was neither romantic nor was it funny. And it is probably more in the vein of a Hallmark film. And so I think the way that we've discussed doing this is breaking down these reviews and having like a meet cute moments, like when do you want to go to the bathroom during this film? Like how are the friends, rating those.
And this movie's so bad that we don't even want to go by segments. We just want to tell you how bad the movie is.
Yeah, and just to be completely fair, like I understand, all right, that there are a ton of men and women who put their blood, sweat, and tears into the making of this movie, all right? And a lot of hard work went in from the cast and the crew to make this happen. And I'm under no illusion that a ton of different elements have to come together in order to make a great film. And so I want to be very clear that I am not trying to discount all of the hard work that went into this film. I'm simply just giving my opinion that I think it's trash. And I don't want that to be a commentary on anybody's identity who might be watching this. You're more important than the work that you do.
A job's a job.
A job is a job. This movie sucked. And I would really hope that everybody has long, illustrious careers after this, and they can look back on this and laugh at that crazy film that we made that made absolutely no sense in a real world where somehow magic exists and everybody seems to accept it, and snowmen are made hot and you end up with them. And it's just crazy.
Yeah, so basically the movie is about a woman who is a widow, but you don't know that for a while. So at first you're like,
okay, she's just a sad 30-year-old woman, you know?
Yeah, like she's got nothing better to do.
First world problems.
Yeah, like she's got this beautiful house in this Hallmark town, but she can't keep it up. Her heater's broken. She's got a leak in the ceiling. She's got floorboards broken on her stairs. It's just like she doesn't have any time or motivation to fix anything. Yeah. And she has
which I'm like, okay, like we're starting off a little grounded here.
Yeah.
And then we take a swift turn when she goes and she speaks to the cute little store clerk couple that are like, you know, everybody's trying to get in her business and be like, when are you going to get a man? And it's like, so this magic scarf just came in.
Right. And then she takes the scarf and she walks like literally across the street, and there's this snowman sculpture contest the town's doing, and there's just a specimen of a snowman chiseled like David, like marbled out, and she puts the scarf, mind you, she's freezing at her house, by the way, but decides that the snowman needs the scarf.
Yeah, he's so stunning that the only thing that's gonna bring it all together and really just seal the deal and complement all the snowman's incredible features is this red scarf.
Yeah, they even gave him snowman nipples.
Did they?
Oh yeah, go back and watch. They
I wasn't paying attention that closely.
I don't know how you didn't see it. They were eye level to her, but anyways, I'm observant, you know.
Yeah, we can call it that. This is going to set a whole new standard for Hollywood. People come into personal trainers and no longer are they going to be like, I want that Fight Club body. They're going to be like, I want that Hot Frosty body. And the trainers are going to be like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Can you imagine the first trainer though that gets the guy that asked that and he doesn't know?
Yeah, he's got to go watch it, and he's just like, oh my gosh! Like from the first moment, like the first 10 minutes, he's like, sweet Lord.
Yeah, so we're two dudes watching chick flicks for dudes. Maybe this is for those trainers right now. Like if you know a personal trainer, send them this video and let them know, like, hey, you might be getting a couple clients that come through and they want that Hot Frosty body. We're here to tell you, it's just Brad Pitt from Fight Club, okay? Or 300. Think the 300 Spartan workout. you got it covered because I do not want you to watch this film. Jordan, there's two meet cutes here. What do you kind of think is the meet cute of the movie?
So for the meet cute, there's not this traditional rom-com meet cute that happens in this film. This movie's a little bit of a deviation from the standard rom-com. I don't even know that I would lump it into the category of rom-com. I didn't find it romantic, and I didn't find it funny than it being bad.
I don't know. Craig Robinson was kind of funny with the songs and being the overbearing sheriff. He was kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's all you can find humor in just about anything.
Yeah.
My serious take is that it's not funny.
Yeah.
Because it's not funny and it's trying to be serious, then there's a part about that makes it funny. So yes. And there are aspects of like this friend is funny or Craig Robinson is funny and
right.
Or this scene. Yeah. But as a whole, I'm like, the movie's not funny. The movie's not romantic. And so regardless of that, I would say there's not really a meet cute. She's meeting an inanimate object. She's putting a magic scarf around his neck, and
she's like, that guy looks familiar over there. He kind of looks like the snowman.
Yeah, when he just like charges to life. I just can't imagine what the Netflix executives in that room when they're getting the elevator pitch to this, and they're like, it's like Hallmark, but it's like really edgy and serious. And they're like, okay, go on. And he's like, well, like we're gonna have all the things that people love about Hallmark films, except it is gonna be edgy. And he's like, go on. And he's like, so there's this scene where he comes to life, right? And he's got this scarf, but because he's a snowman and snowmen don't have clothes, he's gonna be naked, and he's gonna have that magic scarf covering his kibble and bits. And the network executive is like, go on. You have my attention. Like, it's just crazy. Yeah, that movie sucks.
What are some of the like how come you never do that moments that he does? Like doesn't he like fix the whole house and like just everything that like she can't do?
Yeah, I think I am gonna flip this, and I don't want it to be a how come you never do this for me. I want the ability to say that. Like, I don't want that to be said about me. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want my girlfriend being like, how come you never do that for me in this movie? In this movie, I want to be like, hey, babe, how come you never do that for me? How come you never let me stay home all day long and just watch whatever I want to watch? Put a remote control in my hand.
I don't think that's going to fly.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. I'm going to be like, hey, how come you never let me order whatever I want to off your computer and credit cards and it be like super sweet that I did it?
And you shouldn't care either.
Yeah, and that you're like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing that you bought this like $4,000 snowflake necklace. I love it. How come you never like, I don't know, like let me go outside the house and just help people without my shirt on?
I'm more technologically inclined. I'm not very like handyman-ish. And so my wife watches a lot of HGTV, and this movie is about a guy who watches HGTV and fixes everything. And so I think my wife might have had a little bit of how come you never do that in this moment. So guys who are maybe not as a handyman as I am, or like I am, then beware, because you might get a couple, how come you never, you might actually get a couple projects on a list after watching this movie.
Listen, guys, if you watch this film, you are owed the ability to look at your woman and say, hey, how come you never do this for me? That is what I think. I think that if you are a guy and you're sitting through this movie for a woman, then you need to look at her and be like, hey, how come you never like fix our AC?
What did you think about, there wasn't really a lot of friends, like close friends in this movie.
Yeah, and it shows.
Yeah, because
it shows.
It's kind of like the town. I mean, you get the other shop owner and the doctor are her friends, and you get this kind of sort of sense of the communal aspect of the small town, right, where everybody knows everybody. But like, there isn't really like that friend moment where they're giving a ton of advice, right? In fact, the only advice is Hot Frosty wants to learn how to take her out on a date and knows how to dance, and he gets to do that with the deputy sheriff, which is funny.
I think this film is hard to review the traditional way that we normally review these because, like I said, I don't really count this in the realm of romantic comedy. So I don't think it follows a lot of the tropes that romantic comedy does.
That's true.
This is kind of like a cheesy Hallmark feel-good film. And so, yeah, because if we're going by that, it's like, okay, well, who are the friends in this movie? Well, Jack has the snowman that he hugged when he first came to life. That's
And the
his
deputy
friend.
sheriff.
Yeah, this girl doesn't have any friends because this is a small community, so everyone kind of knows one another. Her not having friends shows a little bit because she's going on, she's letting a snowman who's come to life live with her. So, yeah, I agree. I don't think the friends are really there in the same traditional way. The town, I guess you could
Right.
say, functions a little bit like that.
Yeah. Well, I think too when I think about the town, I'm thinking about like how crazy like the mass hallucination is, right? So the climactic part of the film is that we understand that when he's in warm areas, he starts to melt. And by melting, it's just he's sweating as a human. And he apparently dies from that within an hour of being inside, apparently. And he doesn't actually melt. Like, he doesn't disappear. He just passes out and dies. And she brings him out on this ice, spoiler alert, and gives him a real kiss. And then he comes to life.
Yeah, loves true kiss.
Yeah, at that point, though, if you're one of the townspeople, you got to be like, we actually believe that was a snowman.
Yeah.
What is wrong with us? You would think you got conned, right? You'd be like, this guy's a con man, Kathy.
Listen, man, I don't know. I don't know what town this is. I don't know what drugs they're all doing together.
This is a small Colorado town.
I'm just saying, it's just yeah, the level at which the suspension of belief is on a real short leash in this town. Like,
yeah.
People are just willing to accept crazy things as without much pushback.
Yeah. Then the crazier thing, maybe not the crazier, but just to continue with the crazy, right? Earlier in the movie, he sees a commercial about Hawaii. He's like, we should go to Hawaii. She explains why you don't go to Hawaii with someone you just met. And at the end of the movie, like the day after Christmas, what does she do? She buys them tickets to Hawaii. What I want to know, one, how did she get him a plane ticket to Hawaii? Did she forge his documents on, like, who's forging documents on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, because he probably didn't have a passport. I mean, I don't know how long it was after he became a real boy, but but he. And he also doesn't. Did he? I'm assuming he must have magically gotten fingerprints when he became a real boy, because they tried to fingerprint him and they didn't have any. And he's a snowman, so he wouldn't have a social security. He wouldn't have any of these things.
He didn't have none of that.
He would not have an ID, so he couldn't bring that or a passport to the airport to double check his ticket.
Also, what happens if she kisses him again and he turns back into a like? How does the magic work?
I don't know, man. That's
the love's true. I'm going too far on that.
Magic just works in that way, man. It's like true love's kiss. It solves pretty much everything.
Yeah. So basically, guys, this is every woman's fantasy, to get a boyfriend, to train him, teach him everything that they want to do. So I definitely don't recommend this film as a watch with a girlfriend date night. If you're looking for a time in which you can leave to go get popcorn or go to the bathroom or even walk a dog, you could do that at any point in this film and you will be completely fine. In fact, I think you should really do it when the dance starts. Whenever they start going to the dance, just leave right there, because all of a sudden Mr. Snowman, who has no brains, starts to get a conscious out of nowhere, and that doesn't make any sense either. So I cannot hate on this movie enough.
I definitely wouldn't recommend seeing this film either, but yeah, if you haven't gotten the chance to see it, I'd recommend seeing it.
Yeah, we jumped on the grenade for you guys. Let us know in the comments if you didn't dodge the bullet and you had to watch this. First of all, before you even write a comment, we want to just say we're really sorry that we didn't get this film to you. We've been working on Bromcom for a while. We decided to make this the first episode because we had to let people know, since it's the #1 film on Netflix, as soon as possible. Please don't see this movie, especially for a date night. And if you do, you better get so many brownie points.
I don't recommend anybody see this.
Not even the ladies.
No, I think this movie is trash.
Yeah.
Like, it is trash. And that's like, listen, if this is your shot at love with Tila Tequila, if this is your rock of love with Bret Michaels, then It is what it is, but don't make anybody else watch it. And I think even you could admit that you're probably chasing a feeling, and it's not that this movie is really great. Okay? There's a sad commentary somewhere to be had that this film is the #1 movie on Netflix. All right?
Yeah, it's tough. So let us know in the comments what your favorite part of the movie was. And let us know in the comments what other movies we should check out as well. We have How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days are coming. We're going to do Just Friends. We got The Fall Guy. So we got a couple going out. Let us know. Share this with your friends. Send it out for Christmas. And let us know what your favorite rom-com is. See you guys next time.
See ya.